Hi, I'm Akiko Sudano from StampinInTheMeadows.com. Let me make sure that I'm all set here. And there we go. Good. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me today. We're going to be making this, I started out by making this this cute little smile card with the birds. Oops, hold on a second. We're going to be making this. I started out by making this this cute little. Sorry about that. Always different things that I have to check off, and I'm not always good with doing all of that. So I left the volume on my computer instead of muting it. But we're all fine now. So this is with the Birds and Branches stamp and die set. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining me. Karen from North Carolina. Thank you. So I made this on Friday, and I looked at it on Saturday morning, and I thought, wow, this is awfully dark. And the sentiment says smile, and it didn't make me smile. So I decided that for today, I'm going to change it up and brighten the background. I tried to make a distressed look, kind of like woodsy and kind of dirty with the distressed. Hi, I'm so glad. It's good to be back. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a distressed look, but I feel like it didn't quite do it for me. So I decided to brighten it up and put it on a thick whisper white card base, and then do the embossed panel in soft seafoam. So let's see how that goes. Hi, Karen. Thank you so much for joining me. Karen and Karen, thank you guys. So first I'm going to start by putting the embossed panel, and this is the gorgeous Woodland embossed panel that's been around for such a long time, but it's one of my favorites. I've always loved this embossing folder. And just put a bunch of liquid glue on it and stick that on the whisper white, the thick whisper white card base. And this is the card base is a cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and we'll straighten it out and press it down, and then we'll put that aside, and then we'll get to stamping the birds. Now, I am very, very lucky to have bluebirds in my backyard, so I want to make the birds in this stamp set, and this is the Birds and Branches. This is the stamp set, and it comes with the bundle comes with the dies, and there are these are the two dies that we're going to be using, but it's got a lot of different dies, and it's got these two birds that can make more of a different style of birds, and then it's got these leafy frames and stuff that they'll be fun to play with as well, to give you a completely different kind of look for your card. So there's a lot of different options for supporting different styles of different artistic styles for card making with this set. So that's very, very exciting. But the stamp itself is the bird stamps are a three-step stamp set. And what I'm going to do is the male bird, I am going to stamp him in Pacific Point, and then stamp the leaves in Pacific Point as well. This is this was one of my second orders, Karen. So I like this set too. So let's stamp. This one is the male bird because he's got, one of the birds has his tail sticking up and the other one has his tail going down. So I'm going to make the one with the tail sticking up the male bird. And stamp him right here in full strength Pacific Point ink. And that's that's about the best match for the birds that are in my yard. And then his wing is the one that's just straight. that's the one that matches this this bird. So I'll stamp him, that wing also in Pacific Point. Now I said that this was a 3-step stamp set, so you've got the two that I'm using here, but then you've also got a solid one with different different subtle shadings in there. So you could get a different color and stamp that one with a different color to cover up his belly and some other things. But we're gonna do something a little bit different with that. So this is done, and then for the female bird, I'm going to, in the card that I made, the sample card, I used smoky slate, and I felt that that was just a little bit light. So I'm going to use gray granite, which is just a little bit darker. And I'm going to go full gray granite for the body. And I like the detail in the white around the eye is a little bit better, and of course it's going to lighten up as it dries. And the wing, I don't want it quite as dark. So, and this is, yes, this is the right wing. This has got more of a curve on it, and I'm going to stamp this off once, and then line it up and stamp the wing. There we go. Because the female birds are not quite as brilliant in color as the male birds are. And the first time I tried to do this, I went ahead and used the solid stamp to give it an orange belly. But I was watching Amy on her video, and she was talking about, she gave me the idea of using the Stampin' Blend. So I'm using the Light Calypso's Coral Stampin' Blend so that he still has a little bit of they have a little tuft of white. And I'm just going to color just the top here, the top of the breast, and kind of go down. And then use the blender, the color lifter, to lighten just the bottom parts here. And then I get a little bit of a blend, not too subtle, not too dark, not too much, but just a little bit. Do the same thing with the little lady. You can see how that's already starting to lighten up. There. Put these aside. Now, then I've got the two dies to cut them out, and I'm going to take this over to my die cutting machine and cut these out, and then we'll start to assemble the card. I'll be right back. Get the dies lined up. And now cranking it away. There we go. Okay, so pull the tape off, and then there's the birds. There's one. That can be thrown, and then there's the other one. Very nice. Okay. One of the things that I want to do also is on the inside of the card, I made another little bird. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that, since we're doing our stamping before we assemble the card front. And I'm going to use this one and clean this off. And that's fine. So then I will get the Pacific Point ink out. And stamp it right there. And the curvy wing. Stamp that down. Good. So that's ready. And then also for this one, instead of stamping the branch, I've cut out a little piece of the die cut branch, so we'll use that one instead. But this is, oh, we need to color his belly. So same thing, the light Calypso coral. Top part of his breast. And then use a little bit of the color lifter to lighten it as he goes towards the lighter part of the bottom. Hi, Chi. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. So the next thing is, let's go ahead and we'll put this aside, and we'll go ahead and assemble the card front. Let's see here. So I've cut one of these, and this is the stitched nested labels dies, and this is cut from Pool Party, and I used the second to the largest die here. And first thing we're going to do is take one of these branches. We'll have one going across the bottom here, and then here's the little branch for the inside of the card, and then we'll have another one, and I've cut the bottom of this one a little bit and have him kind of go up there, and we'll attach that with multi-purpose liquid glue with the green glue. So let's add just a little bit of a touch of glue. It's a little too much, but just a little bit. So there's plenty of fat spaces on the branch here where we can attach the glue. So we'll do that and keep it secure. And arrange this like this. Hopefully I got all the glue parts on here. And then add some glue to this side. Just kind of stick it on there. All right, so this is good. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the nest on with dimensionals so that we've got a little bit of dimension here. So I'm going to add the dimensionals to the nest. Hi, Li Ting. Thanks for joining. Hi, Sebastian. Thank you. Hi, Debbie. I'm sorry I'm missing all these people that are joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy birthday, Li Ting. Li Ting is my daughter-in-law, and it's her birthday today. It's a special day. And I made her a special card, but I mailed it late, so I don't think she's gotten it yet. And Sebastian is my #1 grandson. So the I'm going to go ahead and attach the nest, and I'm going to put it to the side a little bit here. And then we'll put, we want to slide the eggs in the nest, but we'll attach those with glue, and so we can just slide those underneath the nest, because we didn't put anything in there. That's good. And there'll be 3 eggs in the nest. The eggs are stamped with a balmy blue, and they're also die cut with the coordinating die. The nest is stamped in crumb cake ink. They go in there pretty nicely. And so this little Lady Robin, not Robin, Lady Bluebird, we're going to do the same thing with her that we did with the eggs. Just kind of put some glue on here and slide her in the nest like that. And the male bluebird, the real colorful one, will pop him on with dimensionals. You know what? I forgot to put the feet on here. On this little guy, I stamped his feet, and I forgot to stamp his feet here. But that's okay. We'll just put him on, and he'll be like he's sitting here. There. Oops. I forgot to pull the covers off. I'm constantly doing that. There we go. The Pacific Point ink is just so vibrant, and just really makes the birds look so good. Definitely a bluebird blue. All right, so this is our inside. Let's go ahead and attach the branch on the inside too, with just a little bit of glue here. And then we'll see what we can do about giving him some legs. There we go. Branch, kind of like that. It's good. And then I think those are the wrong legs. I think these are the legs that, yeah, we'll do that. And that'll work good. And we'll stamp the legs, the feet in soft suede ink. And that'll work good. And it's really nice with the photopolymer stamps that you can see right through it, because we're going to be able to get this pretty nicely so that it goes right on the branch there. So we'll just have to trim the back off, the little bit of excess branch here with our paper snips. Just line it up and boom, trim it off. There. So the inside of the card is ready to be adhered to a soft seafoam mat, and that way we've got between the white card base and the white inside panel, we've got some contrast by just a little bit of green. Line this up. There. So that'll be the inside of the card. All right. So we'll save that for the end. So this is our card front, and we're going to go ahead and pop that on just to the side. I think I'm already liking the brighter color, and we're going to pop this panel on with dimensionals as well. I just felt like the other card was just too dark. And it's coming along pretty good. I'm happy with the last minute change here and going with the lighter colors. Yes, I'm going to, I am doing a, let's see, because my sample card had the, I went with the distressed look, and so with my sample card, I went, with this one, I wanted to brighten it up, because I felt it was too dark, Karen. This was kind of a, this is just such an interesting set, because it's got so many different, styles, you know, the stamped bird, and then the other die cut bird is just, I think the other die cut bird would be really, really fun with some of those playing with patterns papers, where you've got really kind of a modern art sort of feel to it. That's, let me make sure I'm not, what, yeah, good. Whew. Almost put that on upside down. It's got a real modern art sort of feel to it, whereas this one's kind of a watercolor feel. So I'm gonna, so whereas my sample I went for a distressed, which I don't think I was very successful with it. Look, I wanted to brighten it up and go with a kind of a brighter, with a green and a green background. And okay, so for the label, I used the smile, and I from the Lovely Labels dies, and I'm still trying to get used to the new Stampin' Seal. I just got this week, and still trying to get used to this. Now, this is the braided linen thread, and so I'm going to just fold that over and adhere that kind of sideways like this. Now, one of the things is this braided linen thread is, let me show you the way it comes originally. It comes so that it's really, really tightly pulled. And so what you do is you just pull the strands apart to make it wider. Just pull it like this, and then you can fray it also to make it wider, and it is really pretty. So then we'll add, here's some more dimensionals. Put a dimensional, pop that on the bottom right corner with dimensionals, and we just want to make sure that we're pull the covers off. There. And we can pop this leaf on top of the label. Let's see here. We didn't, yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we'll just put the inside on. I'm going to use the liquid glue on this one. And then we'll add some of these sequins. Thank you, Karen. Oh, that looks good. See, just a little touch of the green in a matte helps to define the writing area. And then these are the artist, is it the paint, either the Playing with Patterns or the Artistry Blooms sequins, but they are, these are very similar to the sequins that were in the Paper Pumpkin kit, if you got the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I think these are just the best. So we'll add three of these. Let's use the big one. Let's use the big one up here. And they're iridescent, and they just add so much, I think. They're fun. So this is my card. I think we're all finished. This is the inside, and this is the sample card that I think, and I think I'm much happier with the brighter color because I think that one really makes me smile. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you like it. And you guys have a great week going up to the 4th of July. Stay safe and enjoy your week. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for joining me. It's okay. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.